Hey guys, welcome back to Reading Euphoria. My name's Georgia. This is Hugo. Look how big he's got. Look how big he's got. You're such a fatty, aren't you, boy? You're such a fatty. You like the camera. You like the camera. Right. Should we put you down now? Hey, look at you. Look at the doggy. Love you, boy. Love you. Say bye to camera. Bye. Sorry guys, that's just me like fangirling over my puppy. But he's just like, you know, nothing. He's just adorable. And I love him. So you can all love him as well. Anyway, yeah, welcome to Reading Euphoria. I'm clearly going crazy. Today is going to be my February wrap up. I read 4 books in the month of February, which is not the greatest. But I did read 3 5-star books, so maybe that makes up for it. I'm not really too sure. Without further ado, let's just get on with the video. So the first book that I read in the month of February was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I started this book at the end of January and then finished it in February, so I'm counting it as a February read because the majority of it I read in the month of February, so we're going with that. This book is based on the main character of Zelly, and she's basically on a mission to get magic back and bring magic back to the world. She's kind of in a war in herself with the king because he basically hates magic, and he basically kills anyone who's ever had magic, who is a magi or who is a diviner, and they then have the possibility of becoming a magi. That's what they're called when they have magic, I think. But anyway, yeah, so she's basically on this quest to bring magic back, and it is just an absolute roller coaster of a book. It is jam-packed with twists and turns, and it just has so much going on in it, and every new page you're just discovering more. She's in war with Inan, who is Amari's brother, and Amari and Zelly's brother, they fall in love, and then Zelly and Inan then fall in love, and then he then betrays her, and it is just all over the place, but in a good way. There's just so much going on, and you just want to get through it and keep reading and reading and reading. I am so surprised how much I love this book. It did take me quite a long time to read it, but it is like a 500 odd page book, and obviously I have work full time, so I can't really be too disappointed, and the font on the page is quite small as well, so you know that takes a lot longer. But yeah, I really am surprised myself how much I did love this book. I am not the fantasy type of person, even though I do love magic, but I love Harry Potter magic, not like this magic, so you get me? But anyway, I really did love this book, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So I really cannot wait for the sequel to it, which is Children of Virtue and Vengeance, I believe. I have it on pre-order. I can't remember the date that it comes out, but I'm very, very excited to get to it. So yes, 5 out of 5 stars for Children of Blood and Bone. Whoever thought I would actually say that? The second book that I read in the month of February was Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. I have such mixed feelings about this book. I don't even know where to start. I'm disappointed. It makes me sad that I'm disappointed because of how much I loved her first book, One of Us is Lying. I gave that book a 5 out of 5 stars, and it is in my jar to reread this year because how much I did love it. This, people said that it was better than One of Us is Lying, and I couldn't disagree with any statement more. I found that I got to about page 150, and I was like, when is this book gonna start? Yeah, nothing had really happened. I liked the ending. I felt that I did not see the ending coming. I did not expect the person who was guilty to be guilty. I didn't think that it was going to be that certain person, and I then liked the way that it was then wrapped up in the end with how it happened and who else that person had killed in the past. But the whole lead up to like the last 30 pages just didn't work for me. I was just so heartbroken and disappointed, and I was just sat there the whole time reading it, and I was like, I want to love this. I absolutely want to. This was meant to be like a 5 out of 5 star read, and I just wanted it to just get better, but it just didn't until like the last 30 pages. So to say that I'm disappointed is an understatement, and I know so many people that have absolutely loved this book, and I just didn't. Honestly, it was just, yeah, I'm just disappointed. That's all I can say. So unfortunately, I can only give this book a 3 out of 5 stars. Moving on from that disappointment, we have The Vanishing Star by Maureen Johnson, and oh my god, we couldn't go from such a disappointment to such just... I could give this book 10 out of 5 stars. I honestly loved this book so much. This book is the sequel to Truly Devious. It's right there, right here. I absolutely love Truly Devious. Truly Devious was a 5 out of 5 star, and I reread it in January in preparation for reading this in February, and I love Truly Devious and I love The Vanishing Star, and oh my god, it was probably even better than Truly Devious, even if that is possible. There was just so many twists and turns, and each page was just full of something different and some new discovery about the missing, how Alice and Iris Ellingham went missing, and then what is then happening in present day. So it goes back and forth between the 1936 kidnapping and murder of Alice and Iris, and what happened with that. You find out who did it, and I did not see that coming whatsoever. And then stuff happens in present day with Stevie, and it's just amazing. And her solving the mystery of Alice and Iris's death and murder or missing or whatever, just the way that her mind works and the way that the author portrays the way that her mind works is just amazing. She just sees so many different things and so many thoughts happen in her head, and it's just so unexpected. It was just brilliant. Honestly, if you are into mysteries, this is literally the pinnacle of a mystery. It was absolutely amazing. It was almost like Sherlock Holmes. The way that Sherlock Holmes' mind works, it almost had a little bit of a touch of that in Stevie's mind with her solving the mystery. I can breathe now. But I literally finished this book, and I sat there and I cuddled it, and this was probably one of my favourite books of all time. I'm gonna say it, and I could see this being my favourite book of 2019. It was that amazing, and there will be a book after it, because the way that the book finished, I was like, no, that can't be the end. That can't be the end of the series. But I have written confirmation by Maureen Johnson on my Twitter page that there will be a book after this one. So very excited. 5 out of 5 stars to this, and you have got to go and read it if you haven't yet, because amazing. And the last book that I read in the month of February was The Similars by Rebecca Hanover. This book is based on clones, and there was basically 6 clones that when their proper person was born, a lab technician basically took their DNA without permission and made these clones of the originals basically, and then these clones are now old enough to go to school, and they basically go to the same school as their original copies, original people that they're based off of. And I did not think I would love this book as much as what I did. I anticipated that I was going to love it, but I was a little bit optimistic because I've never heard of this author before. I've never read any of her stuff, and I haven't seen this book hyped up a lot. So I was thinking, is it really going to be that good? What am I thinking? But honestly, the way that a chapter ends, then the next chapter starts literally like at the same time zone as the way that chapter has ended, if you get me. So like, say for instance, like now if we finish a chapter, the next chapter would start now. So it just rolled and rolled and rolled, and at the end of the chapter there was always something, there was always a cliffhanger, so it always made you want to read more. And I read this really quickly, and I think I maybe lied a little bit at the start of this by saying I read 3 5-star books. I think that this one's more of a 4.5 out of 5-star read, because I honestly did love it. But when I then compare it to The Vanishing Star and Children of Blood and Bone, I'm not sure if it quite reaches that. But it was an amazing, amazing book, and I cannot recommend it enough. So that is it for this video. I hope to read more in the month of March. My TBR for March will be going up at the end of this week, so watch out for that. And yeah, let me know what your TBR is for March. Let me know how many books you read in February. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on my thoughts as such, or your thoughts on the books that I've read, because I would really like to hear all of your opinions. So I will see you again in the next video, which will be my March TBR. Bye!